Hello everybody, Tracker 1985 here, and we are here for a mellow let's play, a nice calming let's play of Journey. Now this is a pretty beautiful game, and I thought it would go on a nice calm relaxing adventure, free of shooting, free of stress, and we can just enjoy the adventure. Maybe we'll have a companion we'll meet along the way, maybe we won't, but that's okay. That's all we're about. I'll also be on this adventure. I'll be doing my best to show you where all of the important key items are. So if perhaps you're having trouble with this game yourself, trying to find all the items, then maybe I can help you out. Of course, here we're in the desert, loads of strange little gravestones, as they were, or little structures. Sparkling through the sky. And here we are. Our little cloth creature. You assumed he's a cloth creature anyway. Give the little 6-axis action. And as you can see, I hope you're all very impressed by my nice cloak. As you can see, I've played this game a few times, so I have got everything now. I've fully completed this game. Just lovely, nice, beautiful poofs of sand as you run. It's just all nice and relaxing. I can tell we're going to have a good journey. We can make it up this hill. It's not a problem. We're built for this, despite having peg legs, which would mean we'd sink in the sand. But you know, we're just too good at this. And here we have Journey. Journey. Let's go down into the desert. It's nice when there's a bit of wind in this game because you can get some really nice sand surfing. You take in some of these areas. It looks a bit melancholy. It does look a bit like a graveyard. And I would assume by the rough lore of the game that it might well be. I mean, they don't seem to have any... Oh, they do just about have markings on them. You can almost see them. Whew! Oh, I like my logo at the moment. Look, I sort of like a happy face with like teeth. It's always good. I think it's always nice to have a very symmetrical logo, because symmetry is pretty cool. Ooh. And here we have our first glyph. At least I assume it's a glyph. I'm not sure on the exact terminology, but it is what it is. Yes, and we'll have some nice recharge for that. Yep. And that's how you fly. I'll just go this back to the next place. Bit of a roll and a slide. Just taking it easy. Thank you, little cloth creatures. What should we call them? Should we call them cloth fish? They look a bit like fish, the way they're moving. Whee! And of course we got our first glyph over there, just past, and ahead of us, if you go just to the right, where I'm going now, there'll be another place where you can explore. Now these are the other things you need to look out for. They are the sort of like the history records, and you can activate them by just running alongside them like that, or you can do that. And that looks very unfortunate. It possibly appears that they are graves. That's a little bit sad, but you know, it's not going to let us get us down. Everything's cool here. Maybe a bit sad. Maybe these guys are unfortunate situation for them, but couldn't be avoided. Let's just have a little sand surfing down here. Whee! And down we go. Now, as you say, I have completed this game a few times before, and if you've done this, if you've collected all the glyphs previously, if you come up to this right-hand side, this is where your white robe power-ups will be. And if you just touch it, that turns red, and you turn white. And what you do is you get a bit of extra scarf. And what it also means is your scarf will automatically recharge when it touches the ground, so you don't need to find cloth creatures in order to do it. And of course that's another glyph there. I should be telling you these, even though that one's pretty obvious. Now there is another one you might miss if you go straight up this tower in the centre. There's one just round the back here. And you can get that, and then you can fly up to the top. And activate those all pretty like. And everything's nice. Everything's cool. Flutter, 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 flutter. Go free, my friends. You're free. Yeah. I don't really need these guys. I can make it across here by myself now. But you man there. And activate the main statue. And let's have a little meditation, I think. Well, we'll get a bit of backstory. I'm going to try and put together what the story is here in this game as we go. So obviously we're getting a premonition of the past, looking at a mountain. They're going to give us a little bit of context. So there was obviously this mountain. It's a great source of energy and magic, and the magic rained down upon the land, creating birdies, creating crops and life, and also creating cloth creatures or travellers. And as the travellers grew, they learned how to harness the magic that came from the mountain to create their own cloth. Red cloth. That might be what we are. We might be red cloth. Well, we are red cloth. Well, I'm not at the moment, obviously, but because I have ascended into white cloth territory. Go along there. Now, this first area incoming is an area where we will first see any other potential travellers on our journey. This is the first instance of the online multiplayer stuff happening. I, of course, am going to show you where all the special upgrades are in this level 2. In the Broken Bridge area. Okay, and the first one, if you want to go for it, you can see it just off there, to the left. We can just fly over here. A little skip, and there we have it. We can get some of these, unlock some of these cloth things on the way. It's all useful and helpful, especially for getting around. If you haven't got the white robe by now, of course. Whoop. You can use your chirp to unlock these, but you know, it's kind of nice to like just glide up them. Now what this happens from the giant ones, obviously, when you unlock them, oh, the little clothy fish escape, and they create new bridge to help you across. Now if from here you travel just over there, you can just see behind the sand waterfall there is another cloth upgrade. And then if we continue on, bit of help from the wind, bit of sand surfing there, beautiful. Now you want to make your way along this back edge. Because there are actually two things here and you might miss one of them. You see up there, there is another cloth glyph. So you just you grab those like that and you take them. And something a lot of people miss is actually behind this sand waterfall is another history. A history tablet. Showing off, well no, showing off the things in the desert. That's lovely. I'm quite surprised that we haven't actually encountered another person yet. Usually there's always somebody back here. But that's okay, because that will give us a prime opportunity for me to show you how to get another trophy. Because there is a trophy in this level, in this area, that you can only get if you're very clever. Well, not very clever, but I'll let you all know. So you need to unlock this second cloth prison, and it'll unlock the third part of the bridge there, just before the end, or just before the start even. Oh, we've got a... Oh, I thought a person had joined us for a second then, but I obviously was mistaken. Now this is the last cloth prison, and that will unlock this piece of bridge here. Just over us. Now you don't want to do that because there's a trophy for getting to the end without completing the bridge. Now what you can do is you can get these into you, fly up a bit, touch the top of the thing so it doesn't finish itself, and then you should be able to, even with a low thing, even with a low amount of scarf, you should be able to make it up. And you just make it just along these bridges. Nice little gliding on the cloth. And that pretty much is this area completely 100%ed. As long as you did that last thing with the bridge and didn't complete it and made it up to the way to the top. And we're going to get a little bit more exposition now on what's going on in this world. I'm sitting off to one side. That might indicate that somebody did join our game. But unfortunately they joined a little bit too late and we've missed them, unfortunately. But that's okay, we can survive on our own. Our ancient ancestors seem to be intrigued by us. So let's see, after they managed to harness the power of the red cloth, they managed to create structures and buildings, civilization grew. Then they managed to harness the red cloth and channel it through certain conductors, possibly these bridges. And they provided Power to the cities. Magical power is always the best power. So I can't tell now, is there someone else here or is it just me? I think it's just me. But as I said before, that's fine. If we don't meet anyone on our journey, it's a little bit sad, but we should be okay. So with that, I'd say this is the end of this part, and I'll see you again for more journey next time.